Listen, y'all, I want to say something to everybody. I ain't gonna be able to put nothing on here special no more, cause all the dots. Well, right now anyway, I can't put no more serious stuff on here. So we're gonna bring it down a whole bunch of notches. Talk about normal stuff. Bird loud dance, y'all. My birds ain't out here yet. Anyway, y'all, I want to tell y'all something. I know people be like, be alone. When it comes down to lovers and stuff, you tell that to anybody. Well, when you know this human mechanism like I know it, it really ain't about being alone. This just a process, y'all. It don't mean these people are lovers. When it comes to my situation, it means they are potential lovers. But I'm bait man. You get what I'm saying? It's like, let me give y'all an example. Let's say I got twins or twin flames or soulmates, and I call them to me. They probably already out of hand, and they angels and don't know it, and they need to be under control. Cause see, people sleep with these people. People sleep with these people. Demons sleep with these people, and demons come in the form of angels to the human eye. You think they angels? Oh, they got everything. They just love-a-dovey. I just love them much. But they don't love you. They got a plan, and they hide behind your DNA. That's why when you find out that you're an angel, that's the only reason why I tapped y'all on the shoulder, because some of the stuff that y'all doing and some of the people that y'all entangled with, and even some of y'all curricular activities, need to honestly be stopped. But in order to walk in angelic power, in order to walk in God's power and God's light, you must understand you gotta do what Jesus told you to do. You can't just preach it. You have to walk the walk. So I know these lovers out there copying my stuff, y'all. Supposedly support could have been lovers, but they wasn't lovers until they actually get to me to be a lover. So it's a game. So for now on, I want y'all to start watching. When I call them to me, if I have to call any more to me, hopefully I don't, because I done went through all 4 of them already. If I call them to me, just watch the process of them trying to get to me. It never happens. And then watch the attacks. The first attack will be devil, will be Satan's attack. That attack to them and that attack to the naked eye would seem like a prize-winning thing. It would seem so great. But once I disconnect, just like online, disconnect how we disconnect online, you could disconnect your energy the same way. Once I disconnect, the torture starts. What I mean by that is that the relationship goes down the drain. It don't matter if they're sleeping together or not. And a lot of other stuff start incorporating in that relationship to make sure they don't have no peace and to be total chaos. Okay? We like I said, we on the last lover now. Supposed to be lover. And this is just a process. What I'm saying is, it ain't about being in a relationship with somebody. It's about people understanding the process. How these people go into, okay, now, what I'm trying to say is this. Let's say some of these people got power, or in power, or in a powerful position. Watch how God put them in manual mode. Watch how they lose their ranking all of a sudden. Watch how they lose their power all of a sudden. That's what I need y'all to start paying attention to. See, you got mechanicals, you got mechanics that come around in the human mechanism. I ain't gonna explain. Told God we're gonna talk about that. It ain't gonna get deep. But it get deep, y'all. It's a process. So just try to figure this stuff out until I get out of this box and I can really explain it to you and have my own book and I ain't got everybody copying my stuff. The first process, y'all already starting to realize everybody copying me. When they did that practice, when they did that spell work the other day, they really been doing it. To swap up the energy networks and stuff, you can bring that into physical. You can obviously narrow that down to a person that's a powerhouse in the electronic department when it comes down to social media. They will have to be paid. That's all black magic is. Black magic is not real. It's an illusion. Black magic is actually originated from something tangible, something physical, something on this earth that's actually pushing the button. You see what I'm saying? You see how this process works? And all right, let's take you to the other mechanism. Let's take you to the other, see, these is anchors now. Let's take you around to pillars. Let's take you around to other pillars. Okay, we got other pillars. It's still too deep. I'm gonna have to go lower than this. The more I get on here, the more basic it's gonna be. These are pillars. Okay, now let's take you to another tale. Let's say a pillar come. Let's say a lover come. A lover try to come to me, but she meet these people that she always admired and looked up to on social media that wouldn't even have a breathing chance with her. Wouldn't even think about even talking to her. Treated her like crap, like she was probably just a little overly righteous person, or a guy, a Bible thumper, or because most of the people, most angels is supposed to be connected to God. So that's how we talk. We're talking about angel stuff. Okay, now they meet these other pillars that's like themselves. And these pillars so cool. They're too cool. They're real cool. Okay? These pillars are so cool. They're too cool. They're real cool. They want to mimic everything somebody else do because they ain't got no soul no more. So they finally get around these pillars. They're trying to reach me. They get around these pillars and they find out that these other pillars is involved. And these pillars they always looked up to, so they're going to hear them out. Once they hear them out, that's it right there. Once Satan opens his mouth, that's it. So they got you. If you ain't like me anyway. So they start telling them this and that, lies, showing them different lies, edit videos, just lies, all lie, just a bunch of lies. And just enough lies in the whole conversation. And then next thing you know, that person is gonna break down. Cause they just had to give her a couple sentences. Because they know that person look up to them. See, that's the next process. Them are tests. During these tests and during these processes, God is watching you. God is watching you. Like my aunties, uncles, everybody was in my situation. And you was the main honcho in a lot of it, and it's probably still is. But I forgive all y'all, so I ain't gonna go to y'all. I ain't gonna go back to the past, because I already know God take care of y'all real good, real good. Because you don't look like the money that you get. You're supposed to look better than money. I do anyway. I didn't mean to say that. I gotta quit that. But anyway, thank you guys. Thank you for everything. So then anyway, these are processes. These people meet. So you meet this so-called lover, which ain't real. That's an illusion. Then you meet these so-called friends, illusions. And then you go around, okay, now you starting to get binded. Now you starting to be in cycles. So what I'm telling y'all is, I'm not looking for a lover. It's a way you can call them in. I can't explain that on YouTube because they not gonna play it, and they shouldn't play it, and I shouldn't say it on YouTube. But when I get around the public and I can really expose this kind of stuff, and we really can get these books out properly, and they my books, because at the end of all this, I'm supposed to be working for a big-time honcho in the electrical world, in the computer world. And I'm gonna have me a little white coat and everything. Ain't nobody gonna bother me no more. I'm gonna hide behind the machine. I'm gonna be quiet, chill with the woman I'm supposed to be with. But anyway, through this process, that's the more future stories. I ain't telling them stories yet because right now I'm still in war. Them the more futuristic stories, though. Them the best part of the story. I got them already. I got the downloads already, but I know better to tell them right now. But it's getting close. So anyway, what I'm trying to tell you, you call in, when I teach y'all this, you call in your lover. This is the way you call in your soulmate. This is the way you call in your twin flame. But you must understand the process. Because see, the process of that person coming to you and getting to you especially if you was vibrating as high as me, they gotta go through a whole lot of trials and tribulations just to get to me. It ain't like trials and tribulations where they gotta put a lot of work in and it's gonna take a whole long time. It's like really trials and tribulations that they already done put work in, and this time they should easily be able to say no. Me personally, if I'm going to meet the divine, if I'm going to meet God, ain't nothing gonna taint up my DNA. I don't even want you to touch me. I might even get back in what's that darn disease we had? We all had to wear masks. I get back in that mode right there. I have me a hazmat suit on until I get out. I get on the plane with the hazmat suit, get off the plane with the hazmat suit, and I drive the car with the hazmat suit until I get to the destination with the hazmat suit. That's exactly how I would do it. I ain't playing. I'm going to meet God. Anything close to God, I don't want no demons around me. And you know what? A demon see you in a hazmat suit, they ain't gonna bother you. They gonna think you crazier than they is. But if you stand in your angelic power, demons supposed to flee from you. They run from you. It be like this. If they got bad attention and bad agendas, it's gonna be like this. Even though this is set, this is script. It's script to help me. You can't torture me. I turn what you use to torture me into help for me. Well, God do. God told me not to say that for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway, I done said it. Now I'm sorry, God. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that it's all a process. It's all a process. It's all a process. So I call in these lovers. I call in these friends. I ain't calling in no friends yet. I ain't even thought about it since I'm stuck. Because right now I'm the sacrifice. It ain't no point in me calling in nobody. The people I have called in is because they've been on the wrong path and they've been disturbing the peace. What I mean by that is their DNA is being used to block things that God need to finish off, that God need to tap into. So you must understand, if you're an angel, one thing I learned in the street about angels, they don't know they're angels, but the demons around them know they're angels. I know this for a fact because I done talked to them. When you get high, people talk. Certain drugs make you talk. Certain drugs make you talk. Certain drugs make you talk. People get high, people talk. And certain drugs make the demon inside the person talk. And they'll just say it. They'll say it. They told me. You know what I'm saying? They told me, like, they'll tell me this person don't even know they're angels. I had one come up to me. I was in a drug house a long time ago. And a girl came up to me. She looked at Angela. I didn't know she was an angel at the time. I knew she was. Now, was. But she drove all the way from somewhere else, y'all. She drove miles and miles away, just like the people who followed the stars to get to Jesus. She said, I just had to come and see it for myself. I heard it's an angel right here. And she walked in there and looked at me. I kid you not. She said, wow, so beautiful. I was in there damn near half naked, sweating, on drugs. I wasn't even sleeping with nobody. I was just sweating. I had to take my clothes off. I was on drugs. I was so hot. I was in somebody else's house, half naked, on drugs. But, you know, that's the past. That was a long time ago, y'all. But when she said that, it touched me, though. You know what I'm saying? It touched me. It was like, wow, I didn't even know I was there. I started looking into myself after that, actually. And I started realizing that the people that were with me and the dealer that was supporting me, they all noticed, and they were eating off my energy. Yep, I sure did. I started realizing all that. I started realizing all that. So, you know, you have to recognize that. But But when you got a job, I was gonna get on the job subject too. I was like, I really didn't. I don't really like. My father don't want us working, but I feel like what he mean by that is we can make work. We can make work. We gotta have work to have stuff going at the moment. We can make work more fun actually. Not so hard on everybody. We got the technology to do it. You can make work a social gathering place. I enjoy work. That's what I'm trying to say. I hate saying it because I don't want my father to get on to me, but I love work. I like to work. Oh, I love to work. I love to get away from my wife for a while, ex-wife for a while. I love to get away from people for a while that I normally got to deal with. And I love to go to work and deal with new people, new energy. And what I mean by that is, I got to the point, it was a point in my life where I was indulging in temptation. Then it was a point in my life that I had to practice avoiding temptation. Then it was a point in my life, which is right now, where I ain't gonna say it right now, but then it was a point in my life where I love to be tempted, just so I could perfect saying no to temptation. It almost like it started giving me energy. It was like I was taking my energy back from sources that I never knew was sucking my energy from me. But yeah, but anyway, y'all, that's what I want to tell y'all. But yeah, I call these sources in. I'm not looking for, I want y'all to see how powerful this move is with God. How powerful this move is with Jesus. How powerful this move is. This is real stuff. And when it comes to y'all, because I know y'all in my energy, you must understand, when you see me looking at frequency generators, you have your own frequency. You're not getting the same information I'm getting. None of y'all are. You're supposed to be getting your ancestry, your own personal energy information. So be wary of that. And you're supposed to meditate and vibrate real high, because that thing will detour you and have you going the wrong way. You gotta be careful with that thing. I use it to make sure I'm vibrating at a certain level or a certain peak. It's like the cartoon. The cartoon for me, do this and do that. Let me see if it works. We work together on this thing. About like that. Just like that, actually. Watch this. Watch what this do if you do this. You know, just like that. I'm messing with my ancestors. I'm talking to my ancestors. Cool gadgets. There's a lot of cool gadgets on the phone, actually. It's not just this one. It's a bunch of them, but I ain't going to go to the other one. Because y'all watching me too close. I don't want y'all to hurt yourself. But anyway, it's just a way to help you tap into your own skill. It's just a modern day, them little things you use. I forget what they call them. It's just a modern day thing like that. When you find water, it's like them little gadgets they use to find water. That's it. To find water in a field. That's all. You finding elements. You just looking for elements. That's it. That's all. So you must understand, you ain't talking to my energy. You get up here to my energy, I'm going to know when you're talking to my energy, because you're going to be over here with me, standing side by side. We're going to be back to back on everybody. You ain't going to be going against me. You ain't going to think about it. You got to vibrate real high, though. Some people was, and they violated, and they started descending. They descending right now as I speak. But that's why I'm telling this message. I need this message to be heard before the enemy get it and recycle it and make it evil. But I can really go deep in this stuff, y'all. But I don't want to do it on here. But my ancestors give me so much juicy information. Oh my God, it's so juicy. I can't write it. I can't even write it. If I want to write it, I can't write it. I'm guessing, I don't know what's the reason for me not being able to write it, but I'm guessing they done figured out a way to put great people in bottles and scan the books and kill them after they done writing everything. But that's so far-fetched. That's so far-fetched, so don't even take that with a grain of salt. But something like, nah, don't even worry about it. They take you out, they take the knowledge out with you. They ain't getting nothing else. But I want to thank those who trying to fix this situation, because y'all are out there trying to fix this situation. Y'all are, my bad, Janelles. Y'all are fixing this situation. Y'all doing a great job, outstanding job. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm proud of y'all. I'm very proud of y'all. I can't wait till I be able to explain this to the public. We're in a more brighter situation. But anyway, y'all, that's what I'm doing. I'm just calling them in. I'm not looking for no lover, y'all. I got a lover. I told you I'm in love with God. I got a relationship. I'm in love with God. I have to share that power. You get what I'm saying? I'm not in a hurry to split that power with nobody. And that's got to be through sexual intercourse. After my ancestors done told me it's okay. So that person, the whole process of that person getting to me, they got to really not have an agenda. Okay, now what that mean? If they got an agenda, they're not going to get to me. They're going to stop at the fake lover. They're going to stop at the copying and pasting. They're going to stop at the haters. They're going to stop at all them pillars before they get to me. In other words, normally, even if they fail one of them pillars, they don't get to me. But most of the time, they fail them all one back to back. They don't get to me. They're not going to get to me. It's on to the next. That's why you hear me saying next. That's why you hear me saying that all the time. I'm serious when I say that. Okay, well, next. I'm getting the downloads in my head, and I say, okay, well, next. Like I said, we down to 1 to 2 more right now, and it's up in the air real bad. And they scrambling. They scrambling right now, boy. And they starting to realize, oh, hell, what the hell? Yeah, you right. You can't play with God. You can't have no agenda to get to me. And then once you get to me, I got to share my energy for real. Not like I do across seas. From you way across seas and I'm right here. Not like that. I got to share my energy. I got to literally give you something. I give gifts. I don't give STDs. I give power. Real power. That's why I told you I never trade my tool. I got the beautifulest tool in the world. Very elegant. Ain't no way in the hell you gonna get my tool. I got the best tool, better than any display, any tool out there. Look at them girls. That's why they went crazy, because they had bad agendas towards me. So when I shared my loving with them, my energy drove them crazy. It ate them up. Instead of building them up, it would have built them up. It would have made them great. It would have made them the new leaders of the day. But instead, they want to torture the lover that they made it with. So my ancestors tore them up. See how I know how to use my ancestors in a good way? That's how this works. So I'm not calling love. Don't think I'm looking for no lover. Don't think, first and foremost, I want everybody out there to quit thinking you know me. You don't know me. I'm a good person. I'm a good man. I'm a good husband if I had somebody. And I'm a good friend. And I'm a great worker. And I try to be the best of the best when it comes to being God's child. I really take that serious, as y'all can see. You got the cameras in my house. You start messing with me and God relationship, I drill you a hole and I dig you a hole and I throw you in it. And then I de-sin for doing it. And God will have to get me out the hole and say, you know better than that. You know better than that. Just don't bother me and God relationship and we cool. We cool. But anyway, that's all I want to tell y'all.